Oh no, Vincenzo. I was swimming through the water on the shoreline talking to my little squirrel and bunny rabbit friend. And that angry shark is coming for you, Vincenzo. He's still talking about the something Waco incident and his house being burnt down. Oh no! And now he's saying the gold and silver bullion has crashed and you recommended him to buy it. Look out. Good, sunny, warm, slightly less humid and muggy. Some high stratosphere clouds streaming in from the west as the sun starts its ascend to the highest point of the sky today on this early summer, mid-June. Beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, just post-sunrise in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois. It's absolutely gorgeous outside today. But today, yes, it is. Yes, you already know what it is. It's Commodity Mondays on Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Exclusive content, industry exclusive, channel creating content at Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Commodity Mondays. Nowhere else on YouTube. This is industry exclusive and channel only to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Commodity Mondays. And yeah. Can you fucking believe this fucking Vincenzo? He told me to buy the gold and silver bullion, and now that shit is crashing too, just like my crypto and my fucking Dogecoin, because the criminal gangsters have infiltrated that fucking market, and I've lost my house. The FBI's just burnt it down Waco style, and Vincenzo told me to buy gold and silver bullion, and now that's crashing, and now I've lost even more money. I'm out for blood, Vincenzo. Yes, it's a great day to have Commodity Mondays because the gold market has crashed in terms of gold. 1.5% after 1.5% on Friday. The gold market's crashed. Commodity Mondays, blood's in the water in the commodity market. Gold down 1.5%, silver down 1%. All the mining stocks are probably going to get hammered today. What are you going to do, Vincenzo? I hear that shark in the water, that mean old shark that's probably went out and bought some gold and silver bullion because he knows Vincenzo does, and now it collapses on him. But what Vincenzo's doing is he's going to scoop up some things at a discount today. And we'll get into that a little bit later on as the market's open. And I see the overreaction in the mining sector where they may sell off 3 to 6% in certain ones. I have cash on the sidelines, and I will acquire more of these businesses as the sheeple and the simpletons sell off phenomenal companies, and I buy them at relatively cheap discounted prices, right? Because I'm a long-term hodler in gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? Just telling Vincenzo they're going to clean his room today because of COVID. Hotels have got even more disgusting because they only clean your room once a week instead of every day if you wanted to. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? Trying to stop the spread of a virus, and we're going to let the room stay saturated in filth for 6 days. You fucking believe that shit? Can you fucking believe they call that sanitary from the health department? You know what I mean? What the fuck is going on in this country? Let's take a look at the dollar index. That's a good way to start. Where are we at? Dollar. The dollar's not even rising on this. You would think the dollar would be rising as gold goes down. And you may be asking yourself, Vincenzo, why is gold bullion and silver bullion going down today? Well, because of inflation fears, investors have the false assumption that the federal government now, as the rest of the nation and politicians and local media and cities and states have taken notice of rapid inflation. We had 5% cumulative inflation last month. That's crazy. 5% in 1 month, right? The consumer price index, excluding food and energy, went up 0.8%, the highest since 2008 and the financial collapse. And with food and energy, right? You had 5% inflation month over month. That's crazy. I can't wait for this month to come out, these numbers. It's going to be higher than that. So now the investors on Wall Street are getting scared, and they're trying to hedge their money, so they're buying stocks, value stocks, right, that pay good dividends, that pay dividends now, that have good earnings now. That's why those businesses have started to go up the last couple of months. And international value funds and dividend and emerging market funds, things that are going to go up as the U.S. dollar goes down because of inflation. Well, now the market has the false assumption in the gold market, the Fed's got to do something about it because the dollar's rolling over and inflation's skyrocketing, so they're going to have to start tightening, restrict lending, deflate the currency a little bit by stop printing money and doing fiscal stimulus. Well, they're not going to do that. Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen are not going to do that. Neither is Joe Biden. They're going to insist that we get more. Joe Biden's already working on another stimulus package. You know, it's not going to stop. So when this gold sells off, like it has $50, $75 the last 2 days, if you're a smart investor and you have a high IQ and money and financial education, you're scooping up these cheap discounted gold prices. And as you know, Vincenzo just bought a half ounce of gold yesterday, and he bought 13 ounces of silver, you know, because he buys every month, just like he buys mining businesses every month, right? He goes into the market, just like he goes into the physical gold and silver bullion market, and he acquires more bullion and he acquires more businesses, right? And he adds to his position and his stake in these businesses because they're solid fundamental businesses, right? You guys got to be doing that too. The dollar came up to overhead resistance, and that dotted line is where the U.S. dollar was when Joe Biden took office on January the 20th of 2021. And as you know, Vincenzo, it looks like a little double top there. Vincenzo thinks we're coming way down here in the next few months, right? Pull our industry exclusive and YouTube made famous drawing tool, right? Nobody else has that drawing tool. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing made that drawing tool. But we know Vincenzo thinks we're coming down here to major underneath support by the end of this year. You see it's a down sloping, and that's very far down there. That's at the 90 hand. Oh no, that's in the next month. Next month, week to month, we're going to trade back down there and retest our underneath support, which is our last line of defense. And by the early to mid fall, Vincenzo thinks we're going to be down here in the U.S. dollar. Towards the end of the year, we're going to be down there, getting into the 80 handle. And then, oh yes, Vincenzo thinks by the end of the year and the first quarter of next year, in an up and down fashion, Vincenzo, as the price action would have been moved along down over here, we're going to keep this marked. So when we get down, we're going to know it's down right here. Well, this is as far as this will let me go in the 3-hour time frame. But old Vincenzo thinks by the end of this year and the first quarter of next year, we're going to be flirting with there to start 2022, flirting with the 80 handle. Oh yes, Vincenzo believes that wholeheartedly, right? We're going to put some targets on here for you right now to right here to right here. Bam, 88. By the end of this year, Vincenzo believes we will be up. 88 handle. Old Vincenzo believes. Let's make that a better color. Bam. You see that? And then we're going to clone that. And by the next week, the end of the next month, weeks to the next month, we're going to be trading at a little bit lower than that. We're going to be trading down here at the 89 handle in the next week to month. 88 by the end of the summer, early fall, right? And then old Vincenzo, by the end of this year, thinks we're going to have a big collapse in the dollar, and we're going to be trading near the 80 handle by the late fall or early winter, late fall and early winter, which brings us into the new year, the start of 2022. Vincenzo thinks we're going to be at the 83 handle in the U.S. dollar, right? Remember, this is Commodity Mondays, another industry exclusive and channel only to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Commodity Mondays, right? Everybody loves Commodity Mondays. You need to know what's going on. Let's look at crude oil. Now that we know Vincenzo thinks the U.S. dollar is going to be going down, as you know, Vincenzo's got a very bullish crude oil price, right? A YouTube only to Peter Schiff say he thinks it's going to be $150 a barrel by next year. Old Vincenzo thinks it's going to be more than that, right? Where's my crude oil? You can see we've been breaking out of that. If we zoom out, like Vincenzo always says, well, Vincenzo says you start out from the farthest out time frame, right? And oh yes, you see we have a massive bull pattern, and it's so big of a pattern you have to go out to the monthly to see this. That's how big of a pattern.